How many of you experience or experienced the current school schedule? You know, Monday through Friday, summer's off. Do you find it exhausting? Well, I have a new proposal, one that's a win-win for students, teachers, administrators, and parents. But where did this current and antiquated school schedule come from? It was designed for a different era and culture, the industrial age. During this time, people worked long hours from sun up to sundown. People, children included, had to work these long hours of up to 10 to 18 hours each day. Therefore, New England Mills decided to institute a 5-day week, allowing Jewish workers to observe the Saturday Sabbath and have Sunday to catch up on work. Schools mirrored this new 5-day week. Yet, this proposal is of the past. Unlike in the past, where children helped their families out on the farm, we live in a time of technology. Our jobs are streamlined, readily available, and 24/7. Therefore, we should have a schedule that is more reflective of this time period. That's why I'm proposing a new school schedule. This school schedule would have 4-day work weeks, 3-day weekends, and 1-week vacations equally allocated throughout the entire year. This school schedule would still have the legal 185 days of school. Yet this school schedule would be beneficial to students, teachers, administrators, and parents. Once I go through my proposal, I hope you'll see why. The National Summer Learning Association states how summer vacations put students 8 to 13 weeks behind schedule. In fact, I have noticed this as a Sunday school TA. When my students don't go through the optional summer Bible camp, we have to review material all the way from last year. Yet, when they do go through summer Bible camp, they are ready to dive into the new material. Then there's burnout. We've all faced burnout. It stops us from doing the things that we want to do because we're just so exhausted. Many of my students that I've tutored told me how burnout impacts them from doing their homework because of how exhausted and tired they are. In fact, one student that I tutored told me how she's brain dead, but there's still more to do. What she needed was that extra day off in order to learn the material, solidify her learning, and even complete homework. Therefore, having that 3rd day off would be crucial to her academic success. Yet, it's not just students who face burnout. Teachers face the same hectic routine. In fact, many teachers during their weekends have to spend their time on their instructional and professional duties. In fact, one teacher that I interviewed told me how she needs that day off in order for her emotional and professional preparedness. Therefore, my schedule isn't just helpful for students, it's beneficial for teachers as well. We all love summer vacations. It's my favorite time of the year. I get to spend time outside, hang out with friends, but our current school schedule gives students over 8 consecutive weeks off each summer. That is a lot of time. Time that parents need to fill with activities. These activities take planning, logistics, and of course, lots of money. Yet, with a 1-week school schedule, it will be easier to plan for parents. They'll have more flexible options. They could take time off work. Therefore, having a 1 week instead of a whole summer is also beneficial to parents. That's why I'm proposing a new school schedule. My school schedule will have the legal 185 days of school. It will be 4 days a week, 3-day weekends. It would have 1-week vacations equally allocated throughout the entire year. Yet, my school schedule also has the same amount of learning time, just spread out differently to encourage a better work-life balance. Daycares for working parents is another concern. In fact, daycares would actually support my plan. This is because daycare centers, community centers, and even schools would offer enrichment programs during those Fridays and 1-week vacations off. Therefore, daycare centers would actually help support my plan. Then there's students in poverty. They might be wondering if they're even going to be getting food. But during those 3 days off, they will actually be getting food through the backpack program. Additionally, because of how school is year-round, they would be getting food even throughout the entire year. Therefore, even though you guys might have concerns, I believe it is essential for us to explore the options. If you want to learn more about my proposal, you can visit it at tinyurl.com/TEDxEducation. It would be amazing if I could get your pledge through this change.org proposal that I've made. Again, you can visit it at tinyurl.com/TEDxEducation. Many of you would have concerns, and I would address them through school board meetings and the like. With my new school schedule, it will help students by not being negatively impacted by summers, having a consistent and supportive schedule, experiencing less burnout, and an increase in student attendance. Additionally, it helps teachers because of how they'll face less teacher burnout, have more time on their teacher duties, and have an increase in teacher attendance. Lastly, it would help parents because they won't have to spend so much money on these summer activities. And of course, it would help administrators. They would see an increase in student learning. So, how many of you are exhausted of the current school schedule? Well, we could either continue that, but I have a new school schedule that's beneficial for students and teachers. I vote for taking a chance on something new. Thank you.